Good evening, everyone. I'm Erica Zaki.
And I'm Dave Barker. Now your latest headlines are from the Midwest to the East Coast. Winter strikes very hard. Drivers clearing off several inches of the white stuff from their cars, as you can see here. A storm packing snow, freezing rain, biting wind has cut off power to tens of thousands of people out there. Travel on the ground, in the air from Iowa to New England has been impacted. By the time it's all over in parts of the Northeast, there could be up to 1.5 feet of new snow.
The pieces of a tiny skeleton found in swampy woods in Florida are the remains of 3-year-old Kaylee Anthony. Investigators say DNA tests confirm it. The toddler had been missing for 6 months. Her mother has been indicted on first-degree murder charges, but investigators still don't know how Kaylee died.
Barack Obama's team is trying to forge an economic stimulus plan, pumping billions of dollars into science, energy, education, healthcare, roads, bridges, other infrastructure things. And Obama says he doesn't want it to take 4 years to get going.
Historically, what's happened is a lot of times presidents say, well, we're projecting that we balance the budget. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't happen until 2 presidents from now. And so nothing ever changes. We're going to reform how spending takes place, but it doesn't start until I've left office. But we're going to start it now. And I expect that we're going to have some fights in Washington around that issue.
And the president-elect says turning these economic times around requires boldness, but won't say yet what his plan will eventually cost. But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says such a plan could cost another $600 billion.
Well, President Bush has agreed to a $17.4 billion emergency bailout for troubled U.S. automakers.
But the big 3 auto companies are getting a warning from the next president. Barack Obama says American patience is running out now, that automakers should seize this moment to change, become more viable, become more competitive. Obama hasn't said if he'll change, though, the White House bailout announced on Friday.
Well, the head of Chrysler is thanking the Bush administration for the help during the company's cash crisis. And General Motors CEO says his company has significant work to do to make the company viable again. But the head of the United Auto Workers Union says the bailout that will keep factories running includes loan conditions that single out workers. The UAW chief says the union will work with the executive branch and lawmakers to make sure those conditions are removed.
Former gang members today getting another chance, but in Los Angeles, there's a cash crunch, and it's hurting a lot of troubled young people. HDN's Andrea Bond with this very important story.
At Homeboy Bakery in downtown Los Angeles, the dough is everywhere. Unfortunately, not the right kind.
We're short right now. I know there's a depression and stuff. The economy's all messed up, but I mean, we still need donations to keep this place running.
This place is Homeboy Industries. It is the largest anti-gang program in the country. 1,000 young men and women come here every month looking for a second chance. Some find jobs, helping to run a very successful bakery and cafe. There's also job training and a chance to finish a high school degree. Free tattoo removal for those who want it.
It's a blessing. We just here like, we got opportunity, but we just got to go for them. But if we can't have the opportunity, the economy keep going down.
Unfortunately, that is just what is happening.
Suddenly, stuff evaporates. It was there yesterday, and it's not there today.
Father Gregory Boyle started Homeboy Industries 20 years ago. Despite its success, even making payroll this week is going to be a challenge.
I've never seen a moment like this, and it seems to change every single day.
Homeboy services are expensive to provide, and nearly 70% of its operating budget is unaccounted for. The state and federal governments slashed their funding. Other grants and donations have slowed to a trickle.
We got a lot of opportunities that's going to be taken away from us, and that's not going to be good.
I'm not sure what the city or county would do without this place. 8,000 gang members get served through this place every year. There is no place like it in the United States of America, nowhere.
So far, Father Boyle has put a hiring freeze in place, but refused to cut services or close any doors. Some employees have offered to work for free, hoping the money will come from somewhere. If it doesn't, they are all quite aware. Cutbacks may have all kinds of consequences. In high definition, Andrea Bond, Voom HD News, Los Angeles.
your HDN weather report.
News meteorologist Carl Babinski. Across the Northeast, a major winter storm winding down, but there will be another round of snow, ice, and rain impacting many of the major cities like Boston and New York Saturday night into Sunday. Also, the Mid-Atlantic states expecting at least some rain out of this next weather system. That'll be the case in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore on Sunday. Philadelphia, though, probably looking at some sleet, freezing rain, and snow involved in the mix. Across the southeastern states, it's going to be relatively mild and tranquil. In fact, Sunday it'll be close to 80 in Orlando, Florida. Now, Atlanta will be warm on Saturday, but cooling off quite a bit Sunday. That'll also be the case in New Orleans and in Memphis, where Sunday it'll only be near 40 degrees. Across the upper Midwest, snow showers and flurries pretty common. The latest system to move through the northern plains will bring some snow not only to Chicago and Minneapolis, but probably to St. Louis as well. Across the southwestern states, you got some relatively mild and tranquil weather. Southern California has been battered by a few storms the past couple of weeks, so you'll appreciate the break. In Houston, Saturday's a warm day, but Sunday much, much cooler. And finally, in the Northwest, it has been downright frigid by your standards the past 2 days, and we're still looking at some snow in Portland, Oregon over the weekend. More weather after this.
And now, your HDN Sports Update.
The Boston Celtics were going for their 17th straight win Friday night as they hosted the Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls...
He's wide open and scoring. Nicely done. Good find by Aaron. Rondo, double back. Ray Allen wide open. Great from Larry Hughes. It is right here. Look, Ray Allen wide open. Jump shot in the corner. The best three-point shooter.
Another game on the hardwood. Lakers and Heat first quarter.
Defense get the ball back. Kicks it out to Odom. Odom inside. Blocked by Anthony. Odom gets it back. Blocked again. Gasol puts it up. Ball knocked out of bounds. Then it's going to be Laker ball with 9.5 remaining. Bryant drives right. Drives left. Bryant pulls up. Jumpers up. In and out. No good. At the buzzer. That ball halfway down. And the Heat hold on for victory.
The NFL.
The season. I tell you, they made that drive look awfully easy. I'm not sure if 49er ever even got a hand on him. So good block.
New York's NFC showdown with the Carolina Panthers.
Running behind Hitchcock.
Last weekend, after aggregating the back to basketball, Lou Williams led the way for Philadelphia.
And now your latest HDN entertainment news. And Oprah trying to lose some weight these days. You've read about that. But PETA says she remains their heavyweight. The animal rights group has named Oprah its Person of the Year. But the media icon has used her, quote, powerful voice to defend those without one. What does Oprah think about this new honor here? Well, her folks in Chicago say her show is now on hiatus and she's not available for comment.
Well, prosecutors say Brad Garrett was provoked into pushing a paparazzo outside a restaurant last month in West Hollywood, and he won't face charges.
He's a big guy, too. The 48-year-old Emmy-winning actor was shown pushing a man with a video camera and challenging him to a fight in a video posted last month on celebrity gossip site TMZ. The photographer claims Garrett broke his camera.
Well, Dave, one of the best choirs in America is in the Windy City, and that's where you can find some of the finest music this holiday season.
All right, let's hear now from the beautiful voices of Chicago's Acme Baptist Church Choir in this HD video essay.
We are the voices of Acme right here at the Acme Missionary Baptist Church. We are enjoying ourselves singing Christmas songs, getting ready for a concert that we have. And we like to spread cheer, and we like to sing happy songs. We sing gospel, we sing traditional, and we sing happy songs such as Christmas songs. Verizon Wireless had a competition for the best church choir, and out of 11 choirs, we were the choir that won that night. And now our new title is the best church choir in the nation.
And now, your HDN weather report.
In the Northeast, a winter storm continues. It's still causing some snow, primarily across New England. Just a few flurries and some freezing drizzle in the greater New York City metropolitan area. The latest storm to impact the mid-Atlantic states is heading out to sea, but there still could be some flurries and freezing drizzle overnight left behind in its wake, and there could be numerous slick spots.
Well, HD News is the nation's first and only true 24/7 high-definition news network.
We began broadcasting 5 years ago with bureaus that stretched from New York to Los Angeles, Chicago to Dallas.
We are pioneers in HD News broadcasting, and for all of us here, we'd just like to say a special thank you to everyone.
I'll tell you, from the best news team I've ever worked with, in front and behind this camera, happy holidays, everyone.
So thanks for everything, and good night.
This is HDN High Definition News.